Vroom, vroom.
Say, this engine makes the Bugatti engine sound like a Morris Oxford. I mean, it's frightening, isn't it? It's whoa, whoa. You know, it really is good. I'm knocked out. You'll all have seen it run. I couldn't believe it. What happened was we only had the racing plugs, so they were easy, they were there. We just screwed them in with a washer. And I mean, I really just thought, well, it ain't gonna go, but we do it, you know. We set the time in, or John had set the time in, etc., etc. So, you know, I thought we can all easy, and how's it all gonna run through and everything? So I squirted some brake cleaner down the trumpets, and the first time we touched the starter, it went boom. I couldn't believe it. So anyway, I went along it, we kept it running for a couple of seconds, and then we tried to start it again, and it was obviously wetting its plugs up. So we took the plugs out, we found some adapters, and we put some Champion soft plugs in it just to get it running. Because at this stage, the pump, the fuel had never got to the pump. So anyway, so we put the soft plugs in it, we started up again, I give it a couple of squirts and it fired up. And I give it another couple of squirts and it kept going, and another couple of squirts and it kept going, and then I took it back like that, and it obviously got the pressure in the pump, and it was away. Boom, boom. I'll tell you what, it sounds terribly fierce. I mean, that's with the thing going out the window, so what it sounds like standing next to it, Susie's new flash plastic watch told her, what did it tell you, Susie?
95 decibels.
Yes.
Gave me a warning.
Gave her a warning that she mustn't be standing around in that too long.
So don't hang out with those boys.
So, you know, she's got a health and safety watch now, so you won't be allowed to go on the roof. I don't think I'll be allowed to do anything. Good job I ain't got one of them, innit?
Yeah.
Right, here we go. We're getting excited. You know, we're going off to New Zealand, and then we're going to go to Australia. And there's a bloke called Greg who used to work with Bill Morris, and I did meet him, and I knew him a little bit, but he's really looking after us, you know. He's obviously got a couple of Offys, and they do a bit more of that over there than what we do here, because they do a bit of midget racing and everything, and he's got all the information about Offys, and he sent me this wonderful chart telling us about the size of the so many gallons per hour and blah, blah, blah. He obviously thinks I'm a lot cleverer than I am, because I look at that and I think, well, I don't understand it, but I can tell you what you do. If you've got a car running on meths and your eyes water too much, it's too rich, and you just weaken it off a little bit, and that's how I've always done it.
Okay, so it's not the square root of the...
Well, I don't understand that, but I'll tell you, if your eyes are watering, it's too rich. So that's that, But obviously we're all getting keyed up to go off to New Zealand. Susie's insisting I've got to go and make a will, and she's also insured me in case anything happens to me. And if I was to die, we've already agreed that they're not going to bring me back, they're going to bring the ashes back. So, you know, it's been a very serious chat, I can tell you. But apparently we're going business class where you can lay down. I don't know how good that's going to be. But, you know, it all sounds very exciting to me. I'm looking forward to it. Apparently when we get to New Zealand, we're going to go to Napier for their Art Deco festival. And a lovely bloke who I met, funnily enough, at Bewley. And he's been in touch with us, and he said, oh, you must come with me. And what cars you got, Susie?
Is it an Essex?
Yeah, it's an Essex, which is an American car. So we're undoubtedly going to parade with him in his Essex, which I'm looking forward to. And then Greg's organised something, so when we go to Australia, we're going to have a barbie, and we're going to meet all the people there. Susie's been in touch with the Ferrari people, so we're probably going to go and see a few Ferrari people. So I don't think our feet will touch the ground.
And we'll go to the Phillip Island Classic.
Yeah, Phillip Island Classic. So we're picking a really good time to go, I think. We're going to hire a car. Right, Stefan, the really clever bloke who did the T-shirts, we said, well, we're going to go off to New Zealand and Australia and that. We ought to do a sort of special little logo. Well, because being a genius, he's done a fabulous logo. When me and Susie in an old, almost a Model T, with a crocodile in the back and corks around your hat, and, you know, typical. I mean, I don't know whether the people in Australia now, I think it's as funny as me, but anyway, we got it. So we're gonna have the logo done. What we're gonna do, Susie, we're gonna put it on.
We're gonna have some stickers and some bags. But
Yeah, that's it. So that's the next scheme. But I reckon it's gonna be really good. You know, I mean, obviously it's a blooming long way, but I'm sure it'll be all right. So there we are. So now.
So this video, what does it cover? A bit about the brakes.
Yeah. Well, that was another little problem. That was quite a silly problem, really. You'll probably all. This would be a good laugh for you all, really. What it is, it has an whatever their brakes are, Earhart or whatever they are. It had an Earhart master cylinder for the handbrake. This is the Earhart
cylinder.
Master cylinder that goes on the brakes, right? Now, when I built my racing Alvis, I had a hydraulic handbrake. So I just literally, I know it's hard to get in your head, but I just took a thing straight from the master cylinder into where the fluid goes in, and then out to the rear brakes.
Okay, well, you're lying down on the floor again. What are you doing?
Bleeding the bleeding brakes.
Okay.
So I'm going to get myself in position to push the pedal down, because it's easier than sitting in the car.
So you're doing the pushing now.
Yeah, I'm doing the hard bit.
Right, go on then.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's as far as it goes, John.
Hold it down.
Oh, let it up, sorry.
Up.
Down.
Right, go down. As far as it go, yeah.
Up.
No, leave it down. Well, go down and hold it down.
I'm holding it down.
Right.
And then John's doing
Up.
it here.
So when he pushes down, it pushes fluid out. I
Yeah.
lock it, and then when he goes up, it draws it through.
Yeah, what about the fact that the other one,
Well, I don't know, to be honest. That's
see, because I reckon I could push it further if we had the other one.
Well, it's bubbling in the handbrake thing.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so that might not be doing what I think it does.
No, bring this up, innit?
Ah,
Look, you watch that now, right? Don't do anything.
yeah.
And I'll probably fill that up.
Oh.
Because we use this caliper as the handbrake.
Oh, I see.
I use that caliper as a foot brake.
Yeah, so in other words, just take this cylinder here away from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could try that, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Don't you need both brakes on at once on both
But the only
wheels?
thing then
It's
is...
not got a diff, it's solid.
Oh,
So as soon
okay.
as that wheel locks anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
okay,
theory.
okay.
Well,
So it's-
but the only thing then is that this
theory.
would just go to the floor, wouldn't it?
Well, no, because that will be bled up. So in actual fact, a cylinder would just be doing that.
Obviously, we just had a go at bleeding the brakes, but it don't seem to work like I thought it would work. But I think there's something funny there. I'll have a word with Tim, he might understand. Right, that's it. So they're
Yeah.
aeroplane type brakes.
Yeah.
And the master cylinder might be different, so we got to perhaps do something about that.
Okay.
So when you pulled the handbrake on, it worked, and when you pressed the throttle, pressed the brake, it worked. And John said, no, that can't work. I said, no, it does. Look, you just said it. But what I didn't take into account was, obviously, when I did it, I had a cylinder like that. So in other words, that one there comes from the brake pedal. So when you press the foot pedal on the brake, it goes straight through there and out there and to the back brakes. And it can't go that way because it's got the cup that side. And then when you pull the handbrake on, it just works like a handbrake. So it's so simple, it's unbelievable. And I said, no, I definitely did it on my Elvis, you just put one in there. But anyway, obviously it didn't work because you couldn't put one in there. So anyway, in the end, I've worked it out in my head, and we've got one of them, so John made this nice little bracket up there, because look, now the handbrake works beautifully, and the foot brake works beautifully. Now, temporarily, we've got a cylinder, this side, coming round and doing this wheel, and we've got the cylinder the other side doing that wheel. Well, as it's got a solid axle, it isn't going to pull one way or the other, but we had to use the cylinder on the right hand side, which one day we might use to work the front brakes if we ever have any. We had to do something with it to hold it solid, so we run it down to that wheel. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we try it. So that was the confusion with the brakes. And as I say, it's all sorted out now. That works like a charm. Obviously the pads are going to work because we've got nice pads in it now, or we've got pads in it. Some bloke asked me about these, didn't he, one of our followers? He said, why have you got them funny old
I'm going
gloves
to call
on?
them step-toe gloves.
Yeah, well, what it is, when you get old, what's it called, collagen?
Collagen, yeah.
Collagen. Apparently you lose your collagen.
In your
So
skin.
if you look at the back of your hands, they're like brand new compared to mine.
Wow.
But anyway, you're only going to give it the slightest knock
Yeah.
and you've got a bruise.
Oh
And
dear.
because I dive my hands down in things, you know, like when I'm not thinking, I'll put my hand in there, bash it on there, and next thing you know, I've got a bloody great bruise.
So it's kind of
Suddenly-
like, it's like health and safety.
Yeah, yeah. So what I've done is, I've got these gloves, which are supposed to put on like that,
Oh, and you wear them inside out?
but I wear them that way round,
Oh, back to front.
so that when you put them on,
Yeah. The rubber bit protects the back of your hand.
the rubber bit takes the back of your hand. So,
That's very resourceful.
yeah, and I'll cut the fingers off, obviously.
For fashion or just for...
But you see, that does give me a bit of protection,
Yeah.
you know, because I mean, when I'm looking around with this young bird, I don't want to have dodgy old hands, do I?
How is your young bird?
She's brilliant. She's getting better and better. She's slimmer.
Oh, I thought you'd met another one.
So there you are, you see. That's why I wear them, folks. Yeah, so it's just a case of connecting it all up now. John's put the starter button in, look. Vroom,
Oh,
vroom,
wow.
vroom.
Well, that looks like it's always
On-
been there.
On-off switch.
What's that on-off switch on the other? Oh, you've moved that.
Yeah, we moved it from there. Keep all the wires one side, so they're running them backwards and forwards.
Oh, okay.
That's a big job. Now, at the weekend,
Yeah.
when I've done my ironing
And hoovering.
and hoovering, I'm going to have a go at the steering box.
Okay.
Because, you know, it was all full of gunk and horrible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to put that together. So once we get that on, and a few more little bits connected up, I've got to put that strainer one back. And then we'll go around, oh, we've got to put the ignition on.
Okay.
So that's the job.
So it doesn't have a... It just has an on-off button. No... How do you start it?
Well, we got the instructions
Oh, I've got the printed
from
them
Craig,
out.
haven't we?
Yeah, I
But I've
printed them
also,
out.
I'm sure I've got a set of instructions which
Or in the box?
the last owner gave me.
I'll get those.
So
now.
it says, take the plugs out, tow it round until the oil pressure comes up, and put the plugs back in, obviously, and it's a great procedure, you know. So, but you know, I think with any luck, next week, the next video,
This video it'll be.
this video will be starting it up.
What exactly are you doing?
I'm putting these on, look.
Oh.
The actual extra ones. You remember they was all, and
Yeah, and they're the new ones.
they're the new
Oh,
ones.
they're
and
not good.
I numbered them on there. That's number 2, so that's that one there.
So these have all been tightened up.
These have all been, oh they have, yeah. Again, that's a new bit of pipe. Again, that was all solid, wasn't it?
And they screw on, do they?
Yeah, that screws on under there. And then that screws on there. So anyway, yeah, so I screwed them on.
Yeah.
That's done. The pressure gauge is up in the sky, so John's trying to get a 90-degree to make that look neat.
And what about the pill? Have you put one in?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's one in there, but I'm going to try and do something about that because I'm not happy with that, but, you know.
Okay.
So that's that, and then old John's obviously got all the brake pipes in.
Yeah, we had those in.
And look, there's almost a loom here,
Oh, wiring.
because when you think about it, you've got to have the earth which goes up to there, that switch. Then you've got to have a wire going down to the mag, to earth the mag.
Yeah.
And then you've got to have another wire going back to there. No, down to the starter. So he's got two of them, and then he's got the brake pipe, and then this wire going across to this one. Anyway, that's all done. Anyway, that one there's going to go to
When
the
will you
top.
put the fluid in for the handbrake?
Yeah, you know, one of the next jobs, really. I mean, all the plates are connected, so we can do a bit of bleeding. And pedals, I've got an alternate clutch brake pedal a little bit. This here, I'm going to bring it this way a whisker,
Yeah.
so that I can bring that this way a whisker. That there, and then complete that. I mean, we're going to have to go around the whole car, and this is all.
Yeah, I'm not sure. In the next video, we're going to include this video, bleeding the brakes
Yeah, bleeding
and
the
starting
brake.
it.
Yeah, I think, you know, I mean, we've got a little bit of other stuff to do next week,
Yeah.
but, you know, if we get a bit of that done, we've got the oil.
The engine oil, yeah. Mr. Gibbs,
Yeah, that's not
Joe
cheap.
Gibbs.
But, you know, it's American Joe Gibbs, and it says it's good for old engines and blah, 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 blah. So,
Yeah.
you know, we can't afford to take a chance, can we? I reckon that's the wrong way round, but we're trying.
Go on. So that will kill. That wants to be up to kill, doesn't it?
No, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Right, now the button on the thing. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So the earths are right.
So that kills the mag.
Yeah. That kills the mag. And that kills the mag.
Yeah.
And what kills the driver?
Now you wanna, what do you call it? Film this, Susie.
I'm filming.
Because this is supposed to be able to go in there,
Slide in.
slide in, without too much aggravation.
I think you need to tilt the angle a bit there.
Yeah, you got it. Well done, Laurie. And then that goes like that.
That will, if that plugs into there like that, that would be alright.
Well, that looks good. This bit's new.
Yeah, that's it. And this bit here, look, although we wasn't going to fix anything down, we can fix that down because you have to take that screw out to move it anyway.
Oh, so you're using the screw.
And then this is as solid as a rock, look, so that's done.
Yeah.
Are they all tight, John? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they are.
So that's oil,
That's
fuel.
fuel, and
That's the fuel filter,
That's
yes,
the
of course.
filter in there, and then this is the pressure for the fuel,
On a nice bend on it.
and that's the oil pressure there.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's that done.
And what happened over here?
Oh well, first of all, we had it coming out the top. And we had
This
it.
looks really different now.
Yeah, well, we didn't have that, and we didn't, and it didn't all line up nicely. So John's machined that bit and screw cut it to move that out so that's in line, all in line, and then that was up the other way, so that right angle underneath there was on the top, and when I had the tubes made,
Oh, I see, that's
Spectrum,
underneath.
it had too much and it was not right there. So we found this in amongst the junk.
Yeah.
And then we turn that up the other way. That's got the pill in it.
Yeah.
So John's made that
Well, that
bit.
bit's different as well,
that
isn't
bit,
it?
That bit there's the standard. And then underneath there we've got a route angle which lines up with this lot
Yeah.
to, you know, make it look neat.
Oh,
and then
that's
that is in a line. If you remember, that came across there a bit.
Yeah.
So that's made
That's
that look
tidy.
much tidier.
And then that bit goes to.
That bit goes down to the fuel injection down there like that. in
Okay, and what, the little fuel injection hoses are all on.
there. No, I haven't done them yet.
Oh.
That's my next job actually.
Okay.
And then that's it really. And then
Next
that's it.
question.
You know when our people said about the universal joint not
On the steering, yeah.
you should have two and all that. Well I'm saying that all you've got to do is turn it from there
Okay.
to there
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd notice it.
So how much is that with the steering wheel?
Well, it's half a turn, look.
I'll just get it all in with steering wheel and whatever. You do a demonstration, so I can look at the. I'm looking at the steering
Right,
wheel,
that's
but watch the
fully-
front.
that's
Full
fully-
lock.
Yeah, right. And that's fully that way.
Okay.
So it only turns half a turn.
The whole steering.
So
yeah.
I don't think you're going to notice any, I can't think what they call it, constant velocity.
Okay.
So I think that's fine in
A
myself.
few people suggested that,
I'll
didn't
be
they?
very happy with that. I wouldn't worry me one iota.
Okay, that's good.
But you see, now we're going to get that floor welded up, so we'll get Tim on that. Because if we are going to start it, it's quite obvious we're going to have to tow it.
Despite the starter motor.
Well, you know, first time it's all.
Oh, first time.
You know, so I think to get the oil pressure up and everything, we'll have to tow it. So I want that floor so I can sit in it with my feet on something.
And what will you tow it with?
Oh, I don't know. The little van.
Okay.
My little van. So I'll have to put the wheels on it, things like that. So we're slowly getting there, you know. See, that was all loose this morning. John hadn't done that. We've got that back.
Is that an old inner tube?
Yeah. Which works perfectly.
Okay.
Did you put a bit of rubber under there, John?
Yeah, use that old blue airline
Yeah.
drum.
That's it, yeah, lovely. So that's as solid as a rock.
Yeah.
And of course, if we do ever do anything with this, it's going to have a fire extinguisher. So I
Yeah.
think we might finish up one of them little, like I've got on my Lotus 7, just there.
Do you not have to have it within reach?
Well, it will be, but as a cable.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
But the only trouble there is, because the scrutineer can say, oh, I want to see the fire extinguisher to see whether it's in date. So then we'll have to take the tail off to see it.
Okay,
but there ain't nowhere else to put it, is there?
No.
You know, this is what happens in a single seater. You haven't got a lot of room. So we're going to pour some oil in there and get that down to the... But, you know, we're not there yet, but I would say by the end of the week we will be there.
Yeah, someone said you could put a little hatch in that slide-out panel.
Well, what's the
You
difference?
don't need to, do you?
Except if you had a hatch, you would only be, you know, I've got plenty of room now, and it gets me so you can see all of this as well,
Yeah.
which you wouldn't have been able to see.
Okay, that's all good.
Oh, the magneto's on and timed.
Oh, really? Did
Yeah.
John do that?
Yeah, so that's on. So next thing is Jubilee clips on there, finish that off, put some oil in it, sort out some oil for the back axle.
So is this the big moment?
Well, we don't think so.
Oh,
But,
okay.
you know, the thing is,
Yeah.
you know,
You got to talk big, Ivan. Aim high
there's so many
We
things.
can't have a second no-run failure.
after the bike. Oh, a nice exhaust pipe. Look at this.
Yeah, but then, you know, the methanol fumes, you don't want to go and ruin it. I think
Tightening it.
we'll be starting it with,
You're not going to flush that through now, no?
well, I thought let's try and get some pressure in the tank, because we haven't managed it yet, have we?
Well, we've turned the tap off, haven't we? So,
Yeah.
oh, does that?
Yeah, it's just back for that, yeah.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
Well, that's it. We got.
get a fire extinguisher?
Yeah.
That's smooth, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so really, what you want to do now is switch the fuel on. Do we just whiz it over? 'Cause that's only going to get anything if it's turning.
Yeah.
So we just whiz it over. Without the plugs, like.
So it's in neutral, isn't it? Or is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's it.
Hold on then. What's that?
Yeah, just to see that pump works when and it's being turning. So, you know,
Oh, to get the pressure up.
see, all the people say towing and all that, which, you know, we might have to do, but as it is, you know, actually whizzing over, we might as well just give it a try. I've got no confidence we're going to start it at all.
Okay.
But you never know.
Fire extinguisher at the ready.
That's
So it
all.
won't fire you anyway. 'cause-
No, it won't fire, because we don't have plugs. nice whizzing over, isn't it? What about? Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah.
that start motor's working, whatever way you like looking at it.
So there's no plug so it won't fire, so what are we aiming for?
Well, we're hoping to see fuel come out that pipe.
Oh, okay, okay.
Just.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's looking good to me, John.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's the fuel injection pipe.
Yeah, that's the main, that is the return, but...
Oh, okay.
But we took it off just to see whether anything was getting there.
And what size pill did you put in?
Oh, it's got the one that was in there, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what size. So I'll put them plugs in, John. I think we'll get some of the old, what do you call it?
Brake cleaner.
Brake cleaner. And see what happens.
And that's brake cleaner just to give it a bit of a...
Yeah, well, it might start on that.
Good?
Talk to me, Terry.
Oh, push it, John.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up to 45, 50 already. Yeah, it's not running on the injection, is it?
No, not yet.
Might take a minute or two.
Yeah.
It went up to 5 psi. So when it revved, it span it.
Yeah, probably.
And so it's just gone round way too fast.
Yeah.
So that's just destroyed itself.
Yeah, and the other one has too, John.
Yeah, yeah, totally gone.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Dead then, wasn't it?
It's probably wet as plugs, isn't it?
Could have done.
Can't get them off, you know.
Let's just turn the fuel off.
Yeah, well, that's very promising, John.
So you're happy, boys?
Yeah, well, I'm very happy. Got lovely oil pressure, we got... And it don't sound... It sounds like a racing engine, which is good, isn't it?
Are there different plugs?
Yeah, these are softer plugs. Because it had racing plugs in it, but now we've managed to find some adapters to go from 18mm to 14mm, and we've got soft plugs in.
It's only run on one off cylinder.
So I'll see. It's running on the front one best.
Let's just check that it's not hit the plugs or anything,
Yeah,
because they did stick through a bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all the fittings that I've got extra. You know, I said,
Oh, they were surplus to requirements?
yeah, stuff that I already had and so I
Oh, so
put-
they can go back?
No, you can't take them back, they've been used. But what I'm saying is next time I go,
You could do another car.
yeah, next time I need some, I'm going to make sure I've got them in a box specially, you know.
Yeah.
So when he says you need one of them,
Is it the Alto Midget next?
well, you know, they're all there. What do you reckon, Joe?
Yeah, they hit.
Really?
Yeah. I thought they would.
Oh yeah, look at that.
What's happened?
So what we do, John, we put some more plug.
Plugs are touched, something's touched the plug there and closed the
Well,
gap up.
I
And
think
that's why it wouldn't
it's
start.
that edge has touched it, John.
Yeah.
So those, you need different plugs again.
No, just another washer.
More.
Gap.
More spacing between that and the
Not hurt your eyes, Ivan.
Right, so I'm sitting on the line in the Bugatti with a full face helmet on like that. No, it actually tell a lie, it was a Maserati. And I'm sitting like that, and the wind was blowing the wrong way. And the bloke was mucking about, you know, and I thought, if we don't start a race soon, I'm going to die.
Oh, it's horrible. I'm going to go upstairs. Well,
Might
I've got the window
have
wide
my
open.
throat cancer, what do you think?
Hey, Ivan, I don't really want you to hurt yourself before we go. Not being selfish, though.
No, would you be selfish? Never.
So you're trying to sort
Does the
out...
insurance cover me, darling?
Yeah. Maybe not for driving a midget racing car at 84 round a field.
Oh, I tell you, this, you know...
It's such a spoiled sport.
You get this on the field, you only have to blip the throttle and it will be off, you know. That'll be really good.
Moon?
Yeah, I'm over the moon. I think it's a miracle. But I must say, 3 cheers for brake cleaner.
Is it premium brake cleaner or just the standard
just
stuff?
brake cleaner, that's what I was squirting in there to get it going.
So a few little leaks of fuel.
Oh yeah, bits here and there and all over the shop, but I'm sure nothing that we can't cure. Where is it dripping out of, John?
It's sort of...
Here, on the bottom of it, here,
Yeah, it's dripping out the trumpets, isn't it?
there.
What it's doing, it's bleeding down through the
Oh,
injectors.
I've got it on my fingers.
And it's sitting in the manifold.
So what about the noise, Ivan?
Well, I think definitely going to need air protectors because, I mean, we weren't getting the full SP there.
No.
It was hidden in that thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh well, as I say, this engine makes the Bugatti engine sound like a Morris Oxford. I mean, it's frightening, isn't it? It's whoa. You know, it really is good. I'm knocked out. I tell you what, old young Foxy, what's his name?
Lewis.
He said, he said, I like the more dangerous the better. Well, I tell you what, I think this is the car. But I'm going to have a good old go at it. I think it'll be good. I've got a feeling it'll be lovely. Only thing I can say is, though, you imagine driving out onto a dirt track
Surrounded by other similar
with
cars.
15 other loonies, all trying to win to get the money. I'll tell you, they was bloody brave, in my opinion.
Or slightly deranged.
Yeah. No wonder they had women walking around with placards saying, stop this murder in the car park.
Yeah.
But then again, the Isle of Man's like this, isn't it? You know? Worse, and they all go there and, you know, every old person, but, you know, they love it. So good luck to them. Let's face it, it's a free world, hopefully.
What are you saying about the Nürburgring?
At the Nürburgring, you can pay, I forget what it is, €10 or whatever, and you can fresh around the Nürburgring in your...
Was that 10 euros like 20 years ago?
Well, I don't know what it is now, probably, but, you know, I mean, I've driven around it a few times, and my advice when you go there is go fast on the corners you can see and go slow on the ones you can't. And every now and again you go over a little brow, the road goes like that, where you've got to know it. And to know 14 miles around in Nürburgring, you've got to have gone around there a few times. I mean, I flew around there in the pouring rain in the 35B. I overtook everybody. But, as I say, I was only going fast on the bits you could see. And to that lovely lady that used to do it in a van and paralyse them all, but she'd done it a lot, you know. She's definitely She was lovely, I really. And she took, what's his name? You know, the Top Gear bloke.
Clarkson?
Clarkson, he was shitting himself, wasn't he, John? Did you see that one?
Oh.
Lovely, famous woman. She used to take people around in a people carrier, faster than people in a 911 Ford.
Really,
Yeah.
really?
It's all on the internet. You ought to look that up, Susan.
I know, I do know, I did hear
You'll
about
see
it.
this super lovely woman. She, you know, and she was really fast. And you could see she knew what she was doing. Because there was corners she was coming up to and she wasn't lifting at all, you know, that was like flat out. Because she knew that where it went she could get round, you know. Absolutely fabulous. And that's it. I mean, I couldn't believe that. It just all worked. Boom! I mean, I thought, you know, the injector would be blocked or this pump won't get itself working. There were so many things I thought could be wrong that when it actually fired up, the first time we touched the start, well, that's the other thing. 30 degrees advance, 15:1 compression ratio. I thought, well, ain't just going to start up like that. Well, it did, and it does. And I don't think we're going to have to retire the mag. It's got 35 degrees, was recommended in the stuff that came with the car, and that's what it's got. And it starts up, you know.
And what about the protective rubber on the starter motor?
Oh yeah, well you know the very special, fabulously expensive helicopter universals, which are there, it threw the rubber, boot off.
Are you rummaging in the bin?
Yeah. All around, and it threw them off like there was nothing. And of course all the black stuff that was in them went all over the side of the engine, so I cleaned all that off. So that's that, but you don't really need it, you know, because I mean you're only going to work now and again. And if they go wrong, we'll have to think of something else, but it really whizzes it over beautifully. So that's all good. So with any luck now, if we start it up, it's going to use up that that's in there, isn't it? Mm-hmm. That's it. Well done, son. Perfect.
Oh, I see.
And then we get
Are you going to put some brake cleaner as well, just to get it burning?
Yeah, well, you see the brake cleaner.
Well, don't get any flames on your trousers.
No, I'll try not to. Oh, here we go, here we go. Right then.
Are the plugs all out? Were they all wet?
Well, no, but what I didn't know whether we're all running the engine, so we crank it over just to make sure it's not gone in the engine.
Make sure what hasn't gone in.
Fuel, because I filled the cylinder, and then this will come up and it all bends.
And what it does, it hydraulics,
Oh, okay.
which is what happened to your friend's car.
Oh,
when he
okay.
went through the
water,
flood.
it got puddle in.
Yeah, it was same stuff, the same fuel, wasn't it?
We don't really.
That was like one of them was.
Oh, it's like a non-controlled amount of fuel.
Yeah, like one of them was leaking and it filled the cylinder up, and you touch the starter, it bend the conrod or break something.
Oh, okay. And that's like if you drive through a big
It
puddle.
like drive through a puddle, yeah. Same thing, Ducky. Don't want that one, do we?
What one? Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum.
Yes, in theory.
Ready?
What? One more go. That'll do, I think, won't you?
It'll run out, innit?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they've got a selection, you know, and I've never ever looked at them. So I don't know. Yeah, that's the back and that's the front. How about that one? Go with John and he'll... I don't know what that's been used for, look at that.
Doesn't look great, does it?
No. Nice little wheel.
Tiger seal?
Yeah, could be.
Oh, two at once, John.
Oh yeah. Get some ball rolling, didn't it?
And one tyre bigger than the other on the back. One was dirt. See? And then it wants to get it to go around the corner.
Yeah, it's to do with
So normally when it goes round in a circle, it's always going
It
left.
doesn't spend that much time on the straight, and obviously it's advantageous to have it on the corners. Yeah, so, I'll tell you, it's going to be fierce, huh? Now, what I thought was, if we were going to drive it, you know, on the field or whatever, this is the sort of tyres we want. So I was just
Okay.
trying to decide which ones.
And is that one slightly smaller wheel or just a smaller tyre?
we don't want that. You know, I mean,
we're not worried about having different size tyres left front and right rear, are we?
No.
We want them all the same.
We want them all the
or
same.
matching pairs.
yeah. Well, I think those two are more matching, aren't they?
Yeah, get rid of that one. Them two there.
Yeah. And they for the front or the back?
Back. So if we're trying to get up to 100 mile an hour down a rough bumpy road, they'd be...
I'd rather you didn't.
That's the quickest way to do it.
And that is the one to use on the shale.
That one is.
Yeah. And what we do, we try blowing them all up and see what happens, because as I say, I haven't seen them for donkey's years.
What's this one called? A turf sheep. Carlisle.
No, magnesium.
Steel. Magnesium.
Yeah. The shiny side outside. Yeah, that's it. That way around. Perfect. See, as a dirt track car, that's what it would have looked like, and that skinny tyre would have been on that front side there.
This side?
No, that side.
Yeah.
So let's pump this up.
Quite a big track to it, isn't it?
Eh?
Like the width.
Yeah.
It's wider than I thought actually, because
Press the
I
button.
initially
Press
looked at
the
that, I
button.
thought that was a
It was, obviously when we started up it was all a bit of a shock really that it was actually working, so we never actually got in it. It wasn't easy to get in it with the engine running, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the plugs out, whiz it over on the starter and see whether the clutch works. I'm sure it will, but it'd be nice to see. So that was what I'm about to do now. I was just about to do that, Susie, when you appeared. But I'll tell you what, it's going to all sound good. But you see, I reckon what we're going to do really is we're going to get it outside and start it up properly tomorrow, so that when you do the video they can really hear it running. I don't necessarily have to drive it. I can't drive it because I'm not a bit. But next time you see it, I'll drive it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get in it.
It's moving.
Then I'm going to switch it on. And switch it on. I'm going to put it in gear. And hold my hand on the handbrake just in case it decides
Okay, don't get me.
wandering off. Get my foot there. Press the starter. Put the clutch out. Let the clutch in. Oh, that's works good, doesn't it?
You don't need to do it again, you might run John over.
Let it on. Nothing wrong with that. Now I might be able to find that reverse. I think that should be reverse.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
At least I know where reverse is now. Over there is second and straight down is top. So I know what that is. But I'm going to alter that because it's still not happy. But that clutch still I feel good. I'm so pleased with that. Well, you saw what control I had even on the start wheel. So the next step is to put some oil in the back axle, make the shock absorber links up, because it hasn't got any shock absorber links. Well, it has, but they're horrible. Let me show you. That is one of the rear shock absorber links. The UJ, that's all falling to pieces. Look at it, it's ugly, isn't it? So anyway, we're going to put a couple of little rose joints. The other thing is that when I was last night, oh, there you are. That's what we're going to have. Obviously not that one because it's too long. That's the front dog bone, which is would have been all right if it had been all right, but it's got, you know, they're worn out. So that's what we're going to put on for now. And I think that'll work all right. But you know, the thing is with this car, if we fall in love with it and it's the best thing we've ever had, and we want to go and we want to do something with it, there's a lot more work to do. It's when you let it down, you'll see the negative on this wheel, because obviously when they race it in America, they're going left all the time, so it has a lot of negative camber. So, you know, if we start using it for what we want to do, we want a little bit of negative, but we don't want that much. And if you look at this side, it's got loads of negative, which, you know, I think we need to do something about that. So that's something. And then we looked at it, we were going to put these on, and we noticed that that wasn't lining up very well, and we thought, you know, and then we looked at this, look, and then you can see that gap there and that gap there. If you measure it from there to that point back there from the back axle, it's half an inch further back this way. So I thought the first thing we'd do was square it all up.
Okay.
You know, and that would give us things. But obviously, we're going to have to sort the wheels out, because if we're going to do anything in England with it, we're going to have to be able to buy tyres. And these are 12-inch. So it's very difficult. So anyway, I'm sure we'll think the same. The 13.
I think we had some suggestions, didn't we, last time we mentioned it?
I seem to think so, yeah, but I forgot what they were now. But I mean, if we have some 13-inch something or others, I mean, even if I had to have a pattern made and have them cast, it wouldn't be the end of the world, because it's not a very complicated pattern. And then we can put English racing tyres on it, and then we've got them forever. And then all the other people, because if we was to actually get involved in competition, they'll all be saying, oh, you've got bigger tyres than us and things like that. Well, you know, if we're going to do it, we want to have the same as everybody else, really.
So what are you doing exactly, Ivan? Tightening a few things up?
I'm just connecting everything up, and we put a temporary under tray on there so that I can be sure
Piece of wood.
that when we put the real under tray back, that the clutch pedal will miss. And then if we're going to start it up, it'd be nice to sit in it and see what it feels like when it's running. But unfortunately, if you look, the under tray is so near the ground that you can't really go doing anything spectacular around the field, because that's just going to catch. But I'll try my little shoes on. See.
And did the tyres all keep the pressure up overnight?
Yeah, they have, yeah. Well, I've been round there. I've been around there for 15 years. So, you know, they have every right to go down, really, haven't they? John's made the arms, which, and then we had to give them a little tweak to get it all to line up.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm thinking, you've only only got, when you jack it up, you can feel that the car is got all its weight on this side. And when you let it down, it goes down.
Oh, really?
So, you know, to make it sort of like so you can run it on tarmac and you know, like what we would do, you'd obviously have to alter the corner weights to get it all square. See what I can adjust, I can let it out nicely. So
Yeah. Here we go, boys.
Well, this is it, folks.
Just get the earplugs and the ear defenders.
You're like a gladiator.
What about those ear defenders? Should I get them, Ivan?
Sorry? Right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
How was it?
But that's second gear, you know. That's not first gear.
No.
Unfortunately, I drove through the puddle in my excitement. So I'm soaking wet. But I think that's a good start, isn't you?
You happy?
Tell you what though, when you've got them earplugs in, I can't hear what's going on. Shall we put the hard plugs in just to see what it sounds like?
Yeah.
This is, this when you get out the racing cars, aren't they? They're like that and they're just white round there. I can see why. No, it's good, it feels lovely. And the brakes work really good. I forgot the wheels, John. We've got to check the timing at some stage.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that, Ivan?
Oh, I tell you what, it makes all that other stuff feel like rubbish. That is so good. And it's going to go better than that. It sounded really good when you get it ready, doesn't it?
It could be Richie, you know.
I reckon that'll see old, what's his name? Fred off.
I think
Round Battery Park, I reckon
Round
that'd
Battery, yeah.
be the quickest thing in the world, that.
I think you should go and have maybe a wash.
Did you go round and round?
Yeah, I hope so.
No, it's just so easy to drive. You can just, it's just lovely. It's a gearbox I can change. I never put it in first gear.
And what are your final words at the end of the video?
You always have to remind me, don't you? Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to press the like button.